Have you believed the lies? Have you believed the lies? Yep, that's what I want to know. If you have, then you know what you should do, don't you? I certainly hope you do. If you have believed lies, the best option for you, the only option, the only way out for you is to know the truth. And I am here in my Father's house, UCA, Unitarian Christian Alliance member. That's what I am. I am an absolute member of the UCA. I am. And I will dispute. I will settle an argument one way or the other. And there are ways to settle an argument. But there's one thing that I do know. Are you paying attention to me? I'm paying attention to me. I mean, if I'm going to preach, I got to preach to myself. So I am preaching to myself. Do you believe me? That's what I want to know. Believe me. There is one who sits on the throne in heaven, and nobody gives him instructions. That's all. There's one who sits on the throne in heaven, and nobody gives him instructions. How do I know? I just know in my knower. That's how I know. There is an authority in heaven. In the King James Bible, ain't it? I have made that clear today. Authoritative is a word. Authority is another. I have permission. I have authority to preach. And I was given that authority by God. I'm not sure who some of you have gotten your authority from, but if you didn't get it from God, you don't have the authority that I have. Because my authority comes from God. Jesus of Nazareth. 3 words. Write them down on a piece of paper, and then underneath it write God of heaven. Jesus of Nazareth and God of heaven are not one and the same, and it will become very visible if you will write it on a piece of paper and look at it. Now, there are some people who are very well educated that know absolutely little or nothing about authority. They got authority from men. I didn't get any authority from a man. And I certainly haven't gotten any authority from a woman. And I want to know why you don't believe me. Jesus of Nazareth was crucified, and God raised him from the dead. That is a statement. That is a fact. That is the truth. And now, in order to get what I want said done, I'm going to get to these words in front of me. The Holy Bible is not the final authority. Those words are in front of me. Now, I'm going to read from a Bible that's not a KJV. He said to them, he here is Jesus. I'm on page 1400. That's what page I'm on, 1400. He is Jesus here, said to them, every scribe who has become a disciple of the kingdom of heaven is like a head of a household who brings forth out of his treasure things new and old. Do you understand? Jesus, he here is Jesus. He left the multitudes and went into the house, and his disciples came to him with these words. Explain to us the parable of the tares of the field. Jesus answered them, saying, the one who sows the good seed is the Son of Man, and the field is the world. And the good seed, these are the sons of the kingdom, and the tares are the sons of the evil. Do you know the difference between good and evil? The enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are angels. Therefore, just as the tares are gathered up and burned with fire, so shall it be at the end of the age. This is not KJV. The Son of Man will send forth his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all stumbling blocks and those who commit lawlessness, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. In that place there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. In that place there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. What place? The furnace of fire. Then, and only then the righteous will shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears, let him hear. You think you're going to explain it better? I don't. It doesn't need explaining. You should believe Jesus. That was his explanation to his disciples. Have you understood these things or not? The question.